Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Mustangs will kick it away to start. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found. First down, here comes this offense. Leaves it with the back. On the move at the 30. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, the running back has it. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he
they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picked his way through the traffic for 6, but it'll be 4th down and 3 yards to go. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Coming after him. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. And the Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. 1st and 10 coming up. Handoff from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play. 1st down here for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one. He makes a catch. Off he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. That had all the makings of a pick 6, and it just turned into a completion.
Oh, man, you throw that out route, you're sitting there, you're waiting on it, you get your hand on it, and they still complete it. Man, that could have been a huge play for the defense, but instead, the offense gets the completion.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on down.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. He clearly doesn't believe in punting, going for it this close to his own end zone. They'll run for it on fourth down. Nice move to pick up yardage. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, you got to have a lot of confidence in your offensive line to go for it in that situation of the field at this juncture of the game, but this head coach does, and his offense shows you why. Great job up front getting some push, and the running back knew exactly where he needed to go.
At the 45 on his way. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The toss sweep to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Really tough on an offense. Third and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Second down coming up. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
From the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
looking to throw on second down. And it's caught. Touchdown Seminoles.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan State has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Sparty's run out, but this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Spartan Stadium. They're up by 9 over Colorado. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Try to get it on the ground. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Mustangs want to move quickly.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find some parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Gets it out fast. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the toss to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
A 3rd and long coming up here. This quarterback part of their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play. Now, a 4th down.
The Mustangs will try to convert on 4th down.
Let's go! Timber! Gaucho!
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Love the play call here by the offensive coordinator. You can snip it. You can smell in the air. Blood in the water. Now we're taking a shot. You've got the athletes to go execute. Just dial it up.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll ride his man on the option. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
Florida State. Number 9 in the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. Just about set to kick it away. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. Out of the backfield, he's open. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And the Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
29 Philly. 2-9
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He'll throw on 3rd down. He's got the tight end. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one.
Black 24. Black 3.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Mustangs.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw it on first down. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
SMU,
The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
set to kick this one away.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
Will take over first and 10.
First down here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the east.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Grabbed behind the line, it's Torres. At the 35, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
A really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice 3rd down stop.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He'll take a shot. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Feeling some heat. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
You have some success with the bootleg, and now you got the defense on their heels a little bit in this run game because they're not sure who's got the ball. Is it going to be the running back? Is the quarterback booting and keeping it himself? Could you play action and maybe throw it? Nice job mixing and matching the play calling here, offense.
Oh, look out! And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Here's the handoff. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, no! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And he's going to run it back. This guy is so dangerous. He excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude,
open runway ahead. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
A shot for the end zone. That one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holder.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
At the 20, he's got space. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
The Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Now from inside the red zone. Heading to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, SMU! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Running the daylight from inside his 25. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Wide out in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage. And he misses, and probably a good miss, because that could have been worse.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
The Seminoles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. A first down for the offense. Running back goes in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Delivers the stiff arm. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Wiggles free, and the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Florida State 28, SMU 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Got some room to run, and they capitalize.